3-1 down, could have been 3-1 up myself. Never mind, that's life. Second half to go, and that's Mark's attitude. You might remember at the start of the programme, we asked you to come up with a one-word nickname for Mark Williams that could be emblazoned on the front of a T-shirt. Well, John Chapman's come up with the best two. He suggested the floater, slightly negative connotations in some regards, but this is a snooker context, of course. Probably better, the wall, because he's hard to break down and he doesn't crumble under pressure. Well, they'll be hoping that's true in the second half of this match.
Players back from the mid-session interval. The floater, the wall. I think we can find something better than that, Ken.
Welsh Wizard,
Frame-5.
Welsh Dragon.
Neil Robertson.
He's going to have to climb a big wall to get over Neil Robertson. 3-1 down. As he said, he could have been easily 3-1 ahead. But it looks like Neil Robertson started off very, very slow, but he's got stronger as this match has unfolded.
He just had a slight problem with the tip of his cue. I was in the tournament office, and Martin Clark and Gary Wilkinson were doing a little bit of work on the tip. It just split at the bottom, but there's no problem. I think they've sorted it out for Neil. It was just a bit awkward. It was split at the lid, but he said he missed the was it the green for the 100 break because he was looking at it on the tip and it just distracted him a little. Of course, the two boys I mentioned, Martin Clark, Gary Wilkinson, both former professional snooker players, work with our association now. Yeah, we mentioned at the start of this match two of the greatest potters and long potters in the game, but the long pot success rate, well, I would have thought Mark would have been slightly ahead with some of the ones he's knocked in, but as you can see, Neil 60%. Make that 61. That's a bit more like it, and it's given himself a great chance with 4 or 5 reds in the open. He got 4% for one good pot. Well, I suppose that long pot deserved 4%.
6.
Yeah, beautifully cued, wasn't it? Well held for the blue. Just have a look at this. Right in the heart of the pocket. Perfect side of the blue. It's a nice angle on this black, just to nudge the red just up and to the right of the black as we look. Because if you can nudge that one out of the way, the two reds that are close together, I think the bottom one does pot into the left-hand corner pocket. So it's got to make a good connection on that red. It doesn't have to take it this time. Still has the loose red. It's an open play. Yeah, it just wasn't perfect on the black. So again, try and get a nice angle when potting this
14.
red. Get down on the black and try and nudge that red away. Well, he came around to have a look to see there's this pink pot into this bottom right hand corner pocket.
It's so useful,
16.
isn't it, that extension to put on the cue. It's been around quite some time now. And there he's working on the tip again. That's his pass to get into Alexander Palace that he's using there, believe it or not. It's shiny. It's just to keep, he doesn't want any sandpaper on the tip because where it's split, he could really damage it. That's why he was using the. There you can see he's just.
It's not even his pass, Dennis.
Do you know who it is? It's Gary Wilkinson's pass who fixed the tip for him. In fact, Gary played in the World Seniors. He's still playing a little bit.
22.
He was a world match play champion.
Yes,
Gary.
yes. Well, at least they found some
23.
use for those passes, Dennis. Came in handy. I think he's just trying to burn the side of the tip, because sometimes when the tip frays, it just sticks out, and that's maybe what was catching his eye.
Robertson, 23.
A missed opportunity there, as there were still a few more reds available.
One.
And really, this is the first decent chance that
8.
Mark Williams has had for quite some time. He made a frame-winning 78 break in the second frame.
9.
And if he can get into the bunch here, they're not a good pack there, but plenty of. As he just playing for the single red this time, and he's left himself low on it so that he
16.
can pot it and run through the reds, bring a few more into play. Well,
70.
he's going to run out of options very shortly. I thought he might have went into them a couple of shots ago there, Ken.
Yeah, he had the opportunity even off the first red. He had a nice angle on the black. Chose to take the open red, and as you said, Dennis, sometimes you don't take the opportunity when it presents itself. And that's exactly what happens. You come straight on the black, and you've no angle to split the red. So a missed
24.
opportunity. Okay, you might keep the break going here, but
25.
Oh, that's a beautiful little shot to bring the pink into play. It really was. Have a look at this. Just nudged the reds away from the pink. Okay, the blue was available, but yeah, that'll go, Mark, I think. He's coming around to have a look from this side, and our camera clearly showed you that the pink will pot. He's looking again. He's you know, they were talking about cues there, and there's a gentleman that used the same cue for 50 odd years, the great Fred Davis, 10 times world champ, used to do this, and you'd think the ball wouldn't go, and then Fred would get down, knock it in and clear up and you'd be stewing in your seat. But he feels that pink doesn't pot. It certainly looked as if it.
It's always difficult, isn't it, when there's a red that close to it? It does look on, that's for sure. But when you're down on the shot yourself and behind it, he's played that beautifully. That was an excellent shot and a lovely angle on this red as well to develop some more reds.
30.
Well, that last shot was a beautiful shot.
Well, you can't believe that, can you? Look at the gap
31.
that cue ball has come through there. I'll just have a look at this. If we can get the camera